The 2023-24 season has been a very interesting one so far. It gave us absolutely everything. We've seen big clubs like Manchester United, Lyon, or Ajax fall down massively. Big teams' coaches like Klopp or Xavi stepping away. But most importantly, we've seen lots of players unexpectedly blowing up. In this video, we'll focus on the players that exceeded everybody's expectations in a good way. So here we go. First up, Richarlison is another player that overperformed this season. After his first year with Tottenham, everybody laughed at him because he couldn't score in any way. I'm sure you remember the game when he thought he scored his first goal for Spurs and took his shirt off to celebrate, but he was offside, and it happened twice in the same game. However, after he finished his last season with only 1 goal and 3 assists, this season he really improved his game. Believe it or not, after 23 games, he's the second goal scorer of Tottenham, after Son, obviously. In the last game against Everton, he was absolutely unbelievable. He scored twice, and his second goal was an absolute beauty. He really wanted to prove to everyone how good he actually is. Next up, we have Cole Palmer. Last season, he was always on the bench for Manchester City, only managing to play 14 league games. Because he was aware of his potential and didn't want to spend his entire career sitting on the bench, he asked for a transfer. I admit, when I first saw that Cole Palmer was heading to Chelsea, I was a little bit surprised. And when I saw the fee, I was even more surprised. I know he's a young player, but 47 million euros for him seemed too much. Well, he proved everyone wrong, including me. After 19 games, he's one of the most informed players in the league, scoring 10 goals and assists 4. These stats are even more impressive due to the fact that he plays in a weakened Chelsea team. If he hadn't come to the team, probably they would have been in the relegation battle today. Dominic Solanke is a player we've known for almost 8 years, as he was playing for Chelsea's academy and was seen as a very promising player. Because he had no chance to play for Chelsea, he moved to Liverpool, but only after that spell at Bournemouth, he became a full-blooded striker. In the 2021-22 season, he scored 29 goals, and since then he started to become a super box striker. Somehow, this season he scored 13 goals and is third in the race for Premier League's Golden Boot. I mean, that's pretty amazing because Bournemouth's team is not a 5-star one. Maybe if he keeps playing that well, he can make the Euro 2024 squad. Who knows? Let's keep the Premier League trend going and talk about Ross Barkley. Again, like Solanke, we've known him for a long time. He was seen as the best youngster from England ever, but after a move to Chelsea, his career went downhill. After some bad spells at Aston Villa and Nice too, he joined Luton Town as a free agent. Honestly, this team might be the worst team in Premier League's history based on market value. I mean, the player with the highest value is the player that we're talking about, sitting at 7 million euros. I'm not going to bore you with market value, so let's talk about him. Barkley came to save the team from relegation, and so far, he's doing exactly that. So far, he has a higher average rating than Szoboszlai, Jota, or Hakpo. Because of him, Luton sits just above the relegation zone, and if he keeps playing that well, I'm sure he can help his team survive. Enough with the Prem clubs, let's move to Italy. In Serie A, there are 2 players I want to talk about. Olivier Giroud is the highest goal scorer in France's history, and even at 37 years old, he still continues to perform. Even though he missed a couple of games due to an injury and a red card, he scored 11 goals and got 8 assists. What's crazy for me are not the goals, but the assists. He's a box striker. His job is to score goals. But somehow, on top of that, he got more assists than the best midfielders in the world. He's the top assister in the league, too. Talent knows no age, I guess. In the game against Genoa, he even played in goal. Because Maignan got a red card and Pioli already made his 5 substitutions, someone needed to play in goal, and Giroud was brave enough to do this. He even saved a shot. The other player I want to talk about is Matthias Süle. Last season, he made his debut for Juventus, and some people called him the next Messi. Because Juventus had too many players in the left-wing position, they had to loan him out. Frosinone was the lucky club that had the privilege to have him in their squad. Frosinone is a bottom 5 team, probably because they just got promoted from Serie B. Well, the signing of Süle really made their survival challenge easier. Because of his 10 goals and 2 assists with the team from Lazio sits 14th in the league, 5 points above the first relegation place. Even though he is a future star, nobody expected him to blow up this season. We also didn't expect Luc de Jong to blow up this season. After his short spell at Barcelona, we all thought he was a mediocre player, but oh boy were we wrong. This season, it looks like he's 20 again and some kind of Cruyff reincarnation. This man currently has 35 goal contributions in 31 games. Somehow he's not the top goal scorer in the league, but I can talk about the player that stole the first place from him in the next video. We all knew that PSV are a top team in the Netherlands, but this season, with De Jong playing at his best, they are different gravy. In 20 league games, they scored 63 goals and conceded only 9. Also, they finished second in their group and advanced to the round of 16 in UCL. They play against Dortmund, and with an informed De Jong, I'm sure this match will be epic. If you think I missed some players, leave a comment down below. Also, if you're as passionate about football as me, bicycle kick that subscribe button.